Hello my friends, welcome to Reddit Rabbit. Before we start, catch the rabbit at the bottom right corner, smash that subscribe button and leave a comment. r/AskReddit, what is absolutely worth the money? Comfortable underwear. I wear mine until they evaporate into thin air. I still have no evidence to suggest why my underpants get holes in them. It's happened to many times at different times. I'm starting to think it's just the acidity of my ball sweat that eats through the fabric. That'll be the old acid crotch killer or many pairs of jeans. Oh yes, and replacing dead underwear. The $160 pool I just bought for my yard. Floating my ass through this bullet. Nothing like floating naked in your backyard. I thought you were supposed to fill a pool with water, not bullet. A good pillow. A mattress was said earlier, but a pillow is like the cherry. Can't say this enough. A properly supportive office desk chair. Worth every penny. Just got an iron for my work from home setup. Got it used on Craigslist. Completely worth it. According to the guy I got it from. Companies liquidate them all the time. He'll buy a lot of 10 for $100 each and sell them for $300 each. Still way cheaper than $1,000 new. Quality drill bits. They're actually cheaper in the long run than cheap low quality ones and much better to work with. My dad always said buy one cry once. Buy nice. Or buy twice. I've always heard buy cheap and if you use it enough to break it, then buy the best you can afford. A good mattress. A good mattress and good shoes, because if you're not in one you're probably in the other. A good backpack. My mum always got me cheap backpacks in school, and they'd always break about 3-4 of the way through the school year. Sophomore year of high school I finally convinced her to pull the trigger on a mid-range JanSport day pack. Yeah, it was literally 5 times as expensive as any other backpack she'd ever bought me. But it lasted the rest of high school. And community college, and the 2 years at regular university for my bachelor's, and a year and a half of graduate school. And I have used it at least a few times a year since 4 business trips since. And it's still perfectly usable, if getting a bit ratty and faded now. My friend gave me a Swiss Army backpack circa 12 years ago and it's just now starting to show its age. My mum got me a Swiss back when I graduated high school. Because it was in my college's colors. That was 14 years ago and I still use it every day. My brother and I would each go through a backpack every year. The zippers would fail, making it useless. Until my parents got us those Swiss gear ones from Costco. At the time they were like $25. Absurdly good value. The damn things just won't die. I'm an adult now. I've used it to carry home 10 bottles of wine from the store. And before that in college I remember running for the bus with that backpack full of heavy books. It just will not die. The only real damage is that the zipper tabs all broke in half, which is pretty annoying to be honest. But functionally it's still pretty much perfect. 10 out of 10. Dash cam. They can really save your ass. Speaking of, I need to get me a new one. 20 years ago I bought a used 1991 Toyota with 60k miles for cheap. Still running and just won't die. I love Toyota. Those things last forever. Very true. We have a Toyota about to hit 200k miles. 99 4Runner at 298k. 2003 4Runner at 298k. I also had a 2000 Sienna. I checked the oil dipstick one day and it was totally dry. I forgot to put oil in and didn't remember until a good 2 months later. Whoops. She still ran great though. Love those Toyotas, smiley face. You want a car that gets the job done? You want a car that's hassle free? You want a car that literally no one will ever compliment you on? Well, look no further. The 1999 Toyota Corolla. Let's talk about features. Bluetooth. Nope. Sunroof. Nope. Fancy wheels. Nope. Rear view camera. Nope. But it's got a transparent rear window and you have a freaking neck that can turn. Let me tell you a story. One day my Corolla started making a strange sound. I didn't give a it and ignored it. It went away. The end. You could take the engine out of this car, drop it off the Golden Gate Bridge, Fish it out of the water 1,000 years later. Put it in the trunk of the car. Fill the gas tank up with Nutella. Turn the key. And this puppy would freaking start right up. This car will outlive you. It will outlive your children. Things this car is old enough to do. Vote. Yes. Consent to X. Yes. Rent a car. It is a car. This car's got history. It's seen summit. People have done straight things in this car. People have done gay things in this car. It's not going to judge you like a freaking Volkswagen would. Interesting facts. This car's exterior color is gray, but its interior color is gray. In the owner's manual, oil is listed as optional. When this car was unveiled at the 1998 Detroit Auto Show, it caused all 2,000 attendees to spontaneously yawn. The resulting abrupt change in air pressure inside the building caused a partial collapse of the roof. 4 people died. The event is chronicled in the documentary Bored to Death. The story of the 1999 Toyota Corolla. You wanna know more? Great, I had my car fill out a Facebook survey. Favorite food? Spaghetti. Favorite TV show? Alf. Favorite band? Tie between Bush and the Gin Blossoms. This car is as practical as a Roth IRA. It's as middle of the road as your grandpa during his last silver alert. It's as utilitarian as a member of a church whose scripture is based entirely on water bills. When I ran the Carfax for this car, I got back a single piece of paper that said, "It's a Corolla. It's fine." Let's face the facts. This car isn't going to win any beauty contests, but neither are you. Stop lying to yourself and stop lying to your wife. This isn't the car you want. It's the car you deserve. The fricking 1999 Toyota Corolla. A good knife for the kitchen. What kind of knife? And what brand would you suggest for someone who is pool and cooks a lot? Victorinox with Fibrux handle. Get just a chef knife to start. Always use a wood cutting board end grain if you can and never put it in the dishwasher. If you like it then add to the set later. I cook a lot of chicken so I also have a separate chicken only knife that I bought from the grocery store and I throw that one in the dishwasher until it gets rusty or dull and then buy a new one every couple years. Seconded. These offer excellent bang for buck, will last a long time, and sharpen easily. I cooked my way through college and there's a reason that these were always the house knives in the kitchens I was in. The chefs brought their own knives, but the prep cooks all used the restaurant provided Victorinox ones. I have a nice set of Showerthoughts knives that my wife gifted me years ago and I love them. But in terms of value, Victorinox knives are pretty much unmatched. Bedding. Period. It's where you sleep every night. A good night's sleep can make all the difference in the world. Good headphones. Buying a home that you can afford. I really want to do this someday. Jokes on you me for thinking I can afford a home. A cast iron pan. They're super versatile and you can buy a great one that will last the rest of your life for not very much money. Someone once told me not to cheap out on the things that separate you from the ground. Shoes, bed and tires. After much consideration I think an office chair and kitchen knives and maybe listening devices such as speakers or headphones need to be included. Parachutes. Sounds like some sound advice. I guess trampolines count too. If you wear glasses, laser eye surgery is absolutely worth the money. My vision was 20/400. For those of you who don't understand why that means. If a person with perfect 20/20 vision were able to read a sign, freeway sign, street sign, billboard, etc. from 400 feet away, I would have to be 20 feet away to be able to read the same sign with the same clarity. So reading street signs, especially at night, without my glasses was literally impossible. I got the laser eye surgery in 2014. It cost me $5,000. But it comes with a lifetime warranty. So if my vision never changes, a touch-up is no cost to me. The procedure itself was interesting. Beforehand, I could not stand touching my own eyeball. I just couldn't do it. So contacts were out of the question. I was given a Valium and told to wait in the waiting room for about 30 minutes for it to kick in. Once I was taken into the procedure room, my head was locked into place and told to stare at the small light and don't move my eyes. When they fired up the first laser to create the flap, I didn't see anything new, but I could smell it. It smelled like burnt hair. But the Valium was in full effect, so I didn't care. They moved the laser away to manually peel the flap back and moved a different laser in. This time, I heard a couple loud zaps. But again I didn't care. When they moved the second laser away, they put the flap back into place and suddenly I could see perfectly. But they had to tape my eyes closed to let the flap heal. They gave me 2 more Valium. Told me to go home and sleep. When I wake up, take another Valium and go back to bed. I needed to keep my eyes closed for about 24 hours. I had to go back the following afternoon for a checkup, and just over 24 hours after the procedure my vision was an astounding 20/15. That's awesome. My son probably has vision about as bad as yours, but is able to wear contacts. We didn't figure it out until he was around 14. I felt horrible when the doc told me he was legally blind. I may get him the surgery as a college graduation present. Valium is great. I had to get a test in a hospital. They gave me a Valium. We'll just insert this thing in you now. Oh okay. Ooh look pictures.